Hey everyone, welcome to I Totally Love It. My name is Susan, and this is episode 16 of Junk Journal Sketches. This is my weekly video that I put out where I take either a scrapbook layout or a card making layout, and I turn it into something that I can use in my junk journal. So I have this one. Now I actually got this off Pinterest, but if you look in the bottom corner, it says page maps. And I tried looking for it. This is obviously a card, but I couldn't figure out where it came from. But I figured out, well, I put the link to the Susan, the link to the website that I guess had shared it. And it's handmade by Kim and like maybe a Stampin' Up kind of website. I'm not sure. And it said 2020. So I went looking at Page Maps, the card, because you can go on their site and get all their archives. But I didn't see it in 2020 or 2019. 2020 though, the January link, it takes you to April. So that's probably it. Anyhow, also on Pinterest, I found another user who had shared this one, but they numbered it, so you can tell which of these strips goes in which order. And so I numbered those. And then if you're new here, the different little strips just indicate, different patterns of paper that you could use. So this is using 6 different pieces of paper. Now this could be washi tape also. And because it's a card, it's going to have that border behind it. So that's not necessary unless you really want that in your junk journal. So here's my plan. I'm going to take a guess check. And I'm working on it's been a while since I've touched it, but I need some ephemera for my, is it envelope flip-flop journal. And it's kind of a tones of green, kind of a sea foamy green. So I thought I would, hang on one second. Sorry about that. I just started coughing all of a sudden. So anyways, I'm going to take this guess check, and I've pulled out paper that I had gotten a while back in a peachy cheap daily deal. If you don't know what that is, you should go check them out. And you get an email. For me, it's every night about 11:30 p.m. telling you what the deal is for the next 24 hours or until they sell out. They also have a Facebook page. So this was like Willow and Sage, I think is what it's called. And I thought those went really well with this guest check. And so you could cut strips. You could just use, if you got scraps, I got scraps all over. Or you could use washi tape, like I was saying. What I'm actually going to do though is I'm actually going to use these little strips at the top of the paper. And they should crisscross in a way, except for maybe the one on top. We have to finagle these a little bit. Where that hole, because there's a hole. If it doesn't work out, well, then I'll cut the paper and use the paper. So, and then for sentiment, because I'm not making a card, I just pulled the label out. This is from Tina Shabby Dabby Doodah. Kind of went with those colors. All right, so I'm going to get to making this, and I guess you'll see in the video if it's working out with those little strips, and if not, I'll switch to cutting. But I think those are probably wide enough. Because I'm obviously, making a much smaller scale item than a card. All right, guys, so sit back, relax, enjoy some tunes, and let's get cracking. Okay, guys, let's see here. So I've got the one I originally made with the guest check. I think it turned out pretty great. That's kind of what I had envisioned. And then I thought, well, I'll make something else with some real scraps. I've had this little, I think this was from a digital, and I printed it on cardstock, and it's just been sitting in my little box of scraps, or yeah, I guess it's my scrap box. And all of these came from my little scrap bowl. That's Tina Shabby Dabby Doodah. And that little title, I thought I'll finally go ahead and use that title to that. I'm not sure if it was a chapter or if it was the book, but so there you go. So those were much smaller. This little card is, let's see, not just a little over 4 1/4. And then it is a little over 3 1/4. So, and of course that's a guest check. And you could use time cards. You could use, maybe you have some masterboard pieces you've made. Maybe you just want to use complete scrapbook paper. I really am trying to use more of mine, so I have a lot. So you could have used some plain cardstock and then use some, different color scrapbook paper. Or if you got a theme, something you're making, pull in some items to go with that. That little hole right there doesn't really bother me. It kind of blends in with that green paper. So it worked out pretty well. That little piece I wish was a little longer, but it worked out okay. All right, I'm pleased with those. So I'll put the link for her page where that came from, or maybe she's got a sample up there, something that she made. And of course, I just put labels, but you could put, you could put an actual sentiment if you've got some. You put flowers there. You don't have to put anything there. You could put, I almost thought about putting a cat. I printed those out from Graphics Fairy, but that didn't quite go with my journal I was making. But I will post this link to this video over on Junk Journals Crafts and More on Facebook. And if you're in that group, if you want to participate and share your creation down in the comments below, that'd be awesome. You can share it with me via email. You can share it with me on Instagram. Just put hashtag Junk Journal Sketches and tag me. It's the same name on Instagram that it is here. I totally love it. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you and your time. And until the next one, bye-bye.